Hi dear Sagittarius, my name is Marina and I will present to you your monthly horoscope for the period between the 22nd of July and the 21st of August. And during this whole period, the transit sun is in Leo, which for you is in your 9th house. And in some way, this will be the most important area because the sun is the source of light. And the transit position of the sun in our horoscope shows where we can be, happy if we put some efforts or if we concentrate, what can bring us the positive experiences, some results and achieving some success. And ninth house is one of the most positive houses in astrology. It's related with lots of positive things like education, like understanding the bigger picture, understanding the meaning of things, believing in something, because belief is one of the most positive things that really makes us happy and fulfilled. So when the sun transits your ninth house, you may feel more inspired. You may feel like you can believe again in something which is really close to your heart, really important to you. Another area related with ninth house is traveling, again something very positive. So you can travel during this month, or you can get in touch in different cultures, receive some information, or contact with some foreigners, people living abroad, even planning your relocation or immigration, or solving some issues related with that. Education is also related with ninth house. So for example, applying to university or some kind of school or training can be very beneficial for you as well. And we also have Mars in Leo, because Mars entered Leo on the 20th of July, and basically the sun will join Mars in your ninth house. These are two fire planets, very dynamic. Ninth house is a fire house as well. So this is a very inspiring, very active period for you. This position also makes trine with your own sign. Your sign is also fire sign. So there is a very harmonious, very intense flow of energy, but it's a dynamic energy. So you really need to take some actions, to put some efforts and to work for that. And we also have a new moon. On the 23rd of July, we have a new moon in Leo, which is, of course, in your ninth house as well. And this might be the beginning of something new for you, like a new project, a new activity. You may feel really inspired and motivated. Ninth house is also related with our vision for the future, our long-term goals. So now is a wonderful time to decide what you want to achieve in the future, what are your long-term goals. And this is a very, very important thing, because if you do that around the new moon, which is in your ninth house, you can actually grow this. You can achieve these goals in your future, because the new moon provides us the opportunity to plant the seeds of something which occasionally we can grow in the future. After that, on the 25th of July, we have Mercury entering Virgo. And for you, this is your 10th house. Mercury is the planet of communication, of contacting with others, working with information. And 10th house is your career, your social reputation, your communication with authority figures. That's why when Mercury is in 10th house, for example, you can plan some important things related with your career. You can organize better your work process, or you can sign up some important contracts, or have some negotiations, or receive information which is important for your working process. And generally speaking, to be more intellectually involved in your work, in your business. That's a very, very positive transit for. After that, on the 31st of July, we have Venus entering Cancer. And for you, this is your 8th house. these are, this combination is related with resources, related with money as well, because Venus, one of the things which represents is our resources, our money, and eighth house is also resources and money, but coming from other people. So, for example, you can receive financial support from someone else. It can be your partner or some, business partners, or even some investors. So, receiving money is easier when Venus is in your eighth house, and it happens without putting some efforts, without trying too hard, insisting too much. It happens naturally. Okay. On the other hand, Venus in eighth house can, on an emotional level, can be a more challenging transit. Because eighth house is also related with critical situations. So emotionally, you may feel more, there can be some kind of tension, even for your relationship or for communication with partners. You may need to be more cautious during this period. And after that, on the 3rd of August, we have Uranus going retrograde. Uranus will be stationary on the 29th degree in Aries, which for you is your 5th house. And we know that the stationary phases of the planets are very intense. They bring very strong energy. 5th house, on the other hand, is related with your romantic life, with, falling in love, or with hobbies, with entertainment, also with creativity. And when Uranus is retrograde, or especially when it is stationary, actually, something suddenly can change in this area of your life. For example, it's possible that suddenly you may find someone to fall in love with, or someone from the past might come up, someone that you had in love before. You have been in love before. For some reason he's not already in your life, or something has changed. Now this area can become very important, and you're able to make some significant changes. For creativity and inspiration, this can be a positive transit. So if you turn more on the inside, try to connect more with your inner self, with the other energy, the outer energy around you, you might be the provider of this inspiration. So for creativity, this is a good combination. And then on the 7th of August, we have a full moon, which is also a lunar eclipse in Aquarius, Leo, in your 9th and 3rd house. And this is the time when you can change something important, because the difference between the lunar eclipse and the full moon is that when we have a lunar eclipse, the nodes are joining the sun and the moon at the same time. That's why these are more karmic events, or processes, and they can last for 6 months up to 3 years. And we have actually the opportunity to change something very important for us, to make a significant change in our life. And in your case, 3rd, 9th house is about your goals, about your daily life, or your how you communicate with others, friendships as well. And to find the balance between the small steps that you need to take in your present life in order to achieve your future goals. And finally, on the 12th of August, we have Mercury going retrograde. Mercury will be stationary on the 12th degree in Virgo, which is in your 10th house. So Mercury, as usual, will be retrograde for 3 weeks after that. And this is the time when you have to be especially careful with all kinds of information, especially related with your work and career. There can be some kind of mistakes, you can forget about something, you may have a wrong information, different, options are possible, but you have, or at least you should try to avoid the new beginnings, the new initiatives in terms of your career. However, the positive side of this transit is that For example, you can restart some previous work projects that you had, postponed, or they didn't work out for you. It's different options, but restarting old things from your, which you have started previously, actually is the good way to use Mercury retrograde. So these were the most important astrological events during this month. Thank you very much for joining me. If you have some comments, please leave them below. I will be happy to answer them and to read them. Thank you very much, and I will wait for you next month. Bye.